Greetings all. Welcome back. We are going to have a very busy day today. We're going to see a parable told by Daffi-Dil and Professor Oldman together. It's a story about seeds, and Daffy, being a plant, knows a lot about seeds.
Well, that's right, and right here, see Maxie. Maxie has done the coloring sheet this week of Daffi-Dil, so she's looking really good here. She's our botanical activist, right? I figured as much. So, you know, this is a really special time because I never see you and Dan in the same frame ever until now. So, okay, well, right after this, we're going to have the anniversary of Cathedral of Hope video, which is a very special and timely Zoom call. So, coming up.
And let's now see the parable.
Jesus told lots of stories that were called parables. Usually they were about people, but my favorite parable has just one person in it, and all the rest of it is about plants, my favorite subject. Here's how it goes. A person who was a planter of seeds went out to plant some. Some of the seeds fell on the hard path and never made it to the soil at all. That's sad. You know what happened? A big flock of birds were flying over the path, and the birds swooped down and ate them all up. That's even sadder. Of course, the planter had more seeds, and some of those fell on rocky ground. If you've ever planted seeds, you know that they should be planted in deep soil, not on soil full of rocks. Those seeds sprang up very quickly. But when the sun rose and it became a hot day, just like today, the poor seeds were scorched. You know how that feels? Those seeds in the rocks didn't have deep roots and they withered away. That person planting the seeds didn't do a very good job, if you're asking. Listen to this part. Other seeds fell among some thorn plants. I know some thorn plants and I can't say they're my friends. They like to move in and take over a garden. Those thorns grew up and choked out those poor little seeds. They didn't have a chance. So, I guess you're wondering, did this person planting the seeds ever do anything right? Does this story finally have a happy ending? Well, finally, after wasting all those other seeds on the hard path and the rocks and in the thorn patch, finally, the planter actually found some good, deep, rich soil, planted the rest of the seeds, watered them, and got rid of all the weeds. And guess what? Those seeds began to grow, and they grew, and they grew, and they grew up to be as healthy as I am, and they covered the field. I don't know what kind of plants Jesus was talking about, but they weren't begonias like me. They were plants like oats that made grain, the kind of grain that people can use to make flour for cooking. And he said that the seeds that fell on good soil and brought forth lots and lots of grain plants, hundreds of them that could feed a lot of people, those were good. So the story had a happy ending after all. For the people and for the members of my family, those beautiful plants. At the end of the story, Jesus said, "Let anyone who has ears listen." Well, I have lots of friends who are corn stalks, and I tell you, they have ears. But I know that Jesus really didn't tell those stories to corn stalks. He told them to people. So I had a video chat with my friend, Professor Oldman, to ask him what he thought this story really meant to his species. Here's what he said.
Well, hello there, Daffy-Dil. I'm glad that we could connect. I already read your text about what I might think that parable means. Well, first of all, let me tell you, I'm always very amazed at how well you type with your leaves. Now, you're right that Jesus did tell those stories for the benefit of human species, because humans have so much trouble making the right choices all the time. And sometimes they even make the wrong choices about how to treat a lovely plant like you. Well, Jesus knew that they would understand that because he was talking to the people in those days that knew how to plant seeds. They were mostly farmers back then. I think that Jesus calls seeds in the parables actually the words of God. Seeds are words of God. Words like, I don't know, love your neighbor, or be people of peace. Well, when some of the seeds fell on the path where the birds could eat them, that's like saying that some people don't respect the words of God and sort of throw them away. But they never do listen to Jesus' wise advice or try to follow his good example. But how about the seeds that fell on the rocky ground and sprang up quickly and soon died because of the shallow soil? Well, we remember that sometimes we get excited about following God's word, about helping others, and then we lose interest. We forget what we heard, just like the plants withering away in the hot sun. Well, when Jesus told about the seeds that fell among the thorns, that's another one, we can think about the thorns as being all of those things in our lives that distract us from doing good stuff for other people. We waste a lot of time. We can always find something useless to do that keeps us from doing what we really know we should be doing. But I agree, Daffy. The story does have a happy ending. The seeds that were planted in the good soil help us remember that great feeling that we get when we actually do something right and make the right choices. There is no limit to the good that can be spread around when we do that. Anyway, that's what the parable means to me. But the most important question for all of our younger friends to ask is, what does that lesson from Jesus mean to you? What is the good soil in your life? What people in your life make you want to grow? Are you spending too much time doing things that keep you from growing? I hope I've answered some of your questions, Daffy. Hey, be sure to drop by when you have a chance and have a few, extra hours to spend so we can talk some more about it. But meanwhile, enjoy the sunshine.
A few hours to spare? Humans are so complicated. I'm glad I'm a flower.
Greetings all. Because of my years of theatrical experience, I've been asked to serve as today's host. We've been chatting with your children for several weeks now on social media, and this is our first hope at home Zoom meeting for the whole congregation.
So, remind me why we're here?
We are here on this auspicious occasion for each of us to wish one and all a happy anniversary. But first, let's mute to get started. Oh, okay. I'm on mute now. I love to mute. It's my favorite thing. Actually, Barkley, you're not on mute. How can you tell? I can hear you. Oh! Squirrel!
I just can't get this mute thing to work.
I think you're clicking the video off feature.
Let's see. Video, mute. So frustrating. Try clicking a mouse with a leak sometime. Stupid mouse.
Oh, she wasn't referring to you, Maxie. Are you ready to share a greeting? Well, okay, let's go to the group. Who wants to go first? No one? Anyone? How about you, Harvey? You're never at a loss for words.
Oh, why, thank you, Reynardo. I'm honored to be called by such a jovial host. Oh, jovial. I like the sound of that word, jovial. I love.
Hey, look, it's Uncle Harvey. Hi, Uncle Harvey.
Why, look who it is. How are you girls today? How is your sweet mother, Myrtle May? Enjoying the summer?
Yes, we've been doing bunny stuff like hopping around the meadow and picking flowers. Yeah, and chasing butterflies.
Oh, butterflies. I do love butterflies.
So do I. They're delicious.
Willow.
Back to the subject. Wait. What's that squeaking sound? Is someone not muted? Maybe we should say happy anniversary to the church all together as a unit.
And have birthday cake.
And lots of pork chops. Then we'll party. We've got our party clothes.
Which anniversary is it?
It's the Cathedral of Hope's 50th anniversary.
50 years? That's a long time for humans. That's like 10 million dinosaur years.
Which seems like the length of this meeting.
Let's please get on with it. I'm beginning to wilt here.
Okay, let's say it together. On the count of 3, everyone. 1, 2.
Happy 15th birthday!
50th anniversary, Barkley.
Maxie, you've made a cue card for us. Well, counting to 3 didn't work. Everybody, when Maxie gives us the cue, let's say happy 50th anniversary together.
Happy 50th anniversary.
Happy 50th anniversary, Cathedral of Hope. Go in peace.